there are some great tools out in the marketplace that provide value, but not all business users are comfortable using tools. So the most important thing that I always recommend to folks is make it easy to use. Not everybody's comfortable using a tool. And if you keep that in the back of your mind when you're using BI and analytics, and again, whether it's going from AI to machine learning to IoT and all these other great things that are coming down the pipe, always make it easy to use. And that's where you'll be successful.
Data catalogs can be a great addition to a BI program, in the same way that a tool like Amazon is a product catalog that will let you type in plain English, see all the different products from different suppliers, and for each one see their star ratings and who's used it and how they're using it. A data catalog will let you see all the different analytics on a given subject and figure out which one is right for you and which ones are trustworthy and which aren't.
Precision insights are gained when your solution allows for detailed and layered operations on your data, so you're answering exactly the question being asked. Often people underestimate the complexity of their underlying data model, so make sure you get a BI tool that works with your data.
We always recommend to take a critical look at your analytics workflow to learn how augmented analytics can help you become more efficient in each stage of the workflow. The stages of the process include 1. Preparing and unifying data from multiple sources, and could even include big data. 2. Data analysis that either takes a long time or is too complex to perform manually. Operationalizing machine learning models that provides transparency and explainability to more users. Making data more accessible to business users through data visualization and ad hoc exploration supported by search and voice-enabled interfaces.
I outline 8 different types of pitfalls that I'd like to tell you about. The first is epistemic errors. That's how we think about data. The second is technical trespasses, which relates to how we process data. The third is mathematical miscues, which is all about our calculations that we make with data. The fourth is statistical slip-ups, which relates to all those comparisons we make with data. 5, analytical aberrations are related to analyzing data and forecasting and predicting. 6, graphical gaffes. Those are the visualization steps, the really important chart choices that we come up with. 7th, design dangers, or how we dress up our data or create usable experiences. And then last but not least is the biased baseline.
And with new technologies, we need to start thinking beyond cubing. We need to start thinking about how do we unlock as many business problems, as many questions we can answer as we can. And that doesn't mean we're summarizing. That means how do we scale data in a way that really is a game changer, where people used to have to wait for an engineer to go get more data or change a cube. Now we can really empower everyone to use data in new and exciting ways.
Everybody thinks when they move to the cloud, they're going to be saving gobs of money. Just the opposite ends up happening because people don't understand how to manage their costs. And make sure that you use a tool like AtScale that's going to virtualize those queries and allow you to manage and predict those costs every month, regardless of the type of tool you're using or the pricing model that you've gone with.
Plan to have a data integration and transformation layer in your architecture up front, ideally utilizing a cloud data warehouse. And when your analytics and analysis needs mature, you'll be in a great place to move and grow quickly.
At Exasol, we work with and support our customer Operation Fistula in their mission to help end obstetric fistula for every woman everywhere. We encourage them to ask for the support they need from our people and to ask for features they need from our product. And in return, they bring us their analytics challenges so we can help solve them together.
That you should select a BI tool that gives data back to a large audience and diversified audience within your company. You should select a BI tool that is able to reconcile a large amount of data in real time and make that every user in the company can analyze very easily, very rapidly, without a lot of training, and make operational decisions based on the analysis they have made.
There are legitimate and illegitimate places to use the word best practices. The legitimate places are where there is clear cause and effect, and that cause effect is apparent to any reasonable person. It's where the inputs and the outputs are known, and the methods for transforming those inputs to outputs are also well known. But a lot of times best practices are just habits, and they stem from unexamined assumptions and unexamined methods. And I think that's the thing that we really want to be looking at in the emerging practice area of business intelligence and analytics.
What decision makers need is actionable insight. They need the right processes, the right practices, and the support that's required to make BI work. Things that often get lost in the data-driven discussion. So start focusing on the thing that really matters for value creation. Turn your attention to generating actionable insight so you can achieve the better goal, to become an insights-driven enterprise.
One technology I want to share is that we use knowledge graph to help us with all the previous mentioned tasks. We use infrastructure knowledge graph to help developer understanding the complicated software infrastructure. We use anomaly graph to help on-call personnel to analyze what is the root cause of an incident. We also use code knowledge graph to help developer build their tools faster.
Here are my top 3 tips for evaluating solutions. The first one is to always perform hands-on testing, never ever rely on a vendor demo. The next one is to call references from the vendor. Be sure to talk to the people using the product, not their managers. The last one is to talk to other partners and sources working with the solution hands-on. If you follow these 3 tips, you should be really happy with the vendor you select.
So what can you do to get better at data literacy? First, be more curious. Second, be more creative. We want to combine that human element with data and that curiosity. Just start asking questions of everything that is out there. And if you start asking questions, it empowers you to dig deeper, to find insight behind things and not just describe what's going on. Third, we need to have this ability to critically think. So go with those 3 C's of data literacy that I call them: curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking.
Visualizations on themselves are really important, but that alone is not good enough. You need to also have other sorts of analytical capabilities like conversational analytics and embedded analytics so you can really truly take analysis to where the decisions are being made. How those analytics are presented as well is extremely important. Are they presented in context? Are they scalable out to the entire user base? And any AI capabilities that exist within the platform, do they understand the full context of the data as well?
So imagine thinking of your business like you're watching a movie. What kind of questions would you ask about what's happening now? What's happening that's urgent that you should work on right now, or what conditions are getting better that you've just optimized? This is the kind of possibility that you get with continuous queries and streaming BI. You can understand, analyze, and act on what's happening now.
We've had to do crazy, unnatural things to try and unlock the value that we know is in our data. The world, though, is changing. Direct data mapping flips that on its head. It makes you challenge and think about everything you do differently when it comes to analytics. It challenges how you think about your data, how you approach your data problems moving forward, and how can you unlock data.
Thinking tactically, the key to automation lies in making 3 different types of tools talk to each other without the analyst in the middle. One is a database tool like SQL or Hive. The second is a scripting package like R or Python. And the third is a visualization tool like Tableau. Data needs to flow back and forth between these 3 tools seamlessly without human intervention.
And so an emerging capability we're seeing in the BI space, both with users and vendors, is the ability to provide higher level explanations of what's going on when metrics change, to shift from a purely descriptive analytics function to one where we can diagnose proactively what's driving a key metric and how those changes are changing over time, to give everyone who has access to this large amount of data the resources to be able to continuously monitor and put that data to work to understand what's driving this metric now.
You're seeing that the BI vendors are investing significantly in AI and ML augmented insights to surface things that users would never find on their own behalf. 2, I think you're seeing a significant trend towards hardware acceleration of analytics, whether it's with GPUs, FPGAs, or even custom chips like in AWS's new Aqua platform for acceleration of Redshift. People just want their insights faster, frankly. And then finally, I think that the whole space is becoming very hot, and particularly visual analytics is becoming a must-have and not a nice-to-have.
So the real key is I gotta have a plan. And the best way to exploit
your ability to manage this complex data in the future is have a plan, know what I want to do with my data, know how I want to exploit it, and know how I want to combine it with the other data I have in my organization. Have a strategy, have a plan.
But as you operationalize your BI and analytics programs, you really want to be able to bring metadata to the forefront to enable your business users to understand the business context for which they are looking at their analytical results. And that's where Infojix is really focused on being able to link metadata to that transactional data and enable more collaboration with your business users to get more leverage out of the analytical outcomes that you are providing.
Building analytics in-house might be the best option if you're working on a small, fast project, but pre-built off-the-shelf solutions can drastically reduce your time to market. If you decide to work with an embedded analytics vendor, make sure they offer predictable pricing upfront and support included in their cost.
If you're out there thinking about how to supercharge your business, look to data, analytics, and insight. And as you do so, make sure that you team up with a vendor that can help you connect to all of your systems, help you unify data and make it accessible to everyone, and help you supercharge your analytics.